For a lot of people, running Facebook ads seems kind of like a dream. Like the idea of just clicking a button, spending money, and then having leads coming in, right? Like that's a dream. And it is usually just that, because the idea of it being that easy is not like, it's not that easy, is I guess what I'm getting at. And so I want to break down, there's a bunch of different businesses that can charge you for lead generation. And I want to break down kind of the cost of that, what's included and what you should expect, just so you know. Now, lead generation isn't something that I've always been into. Like for me, I love the organic content game. I think that organic content is just one of the best ways to grow your business, but it's a long-term strategy. It's a very long-term strategy. Like we made, probably 4 or 5 months worth of videos on Aqua Leads before I got an inbound lead from it, right? But what's cool about the paid content is you can literally just turn it on, you can bring ads in, but you need to follow a strategy or you're just gonna burn up money. And my goal with this video is just to bring awareness and kind of educate you on what you should be expecting when you're hiring somebody to run your ads. So just like the last video, the video about social media, I wanna break it down in the same way, okay? What you're gonna typically expect, or what you should typically expect for lead generation, is a management fee. So this is typically the fee for managing the ads. And now a lot of agencies are gonna charge 10 to 20% of the ad spend for the management fee. So just budget in 10 to 20%. Now, why would they do this? Well, we don't do it yet. I go back and forth on it. Right now, we don't do it. But the idea with that is that the more money you're spending, the more complex your ads are, and the more you have going that you need to keep track of and check up on. And so, for example, if you're spending $500 a month on ads, it's not going to be very much, and it's going to be one campaign, probably one creative, just running that. But if you're spending $5,000 a month on ads, you've got a lot more money that you need to split up. Like there's a diminishing point of return on your ads where it kind of looks like this. And this is budget. Okay. And so the more you spend, and this is leads. I don't know. I think it's leads. But anyway, the more you spend, so if you're only spending a little bit, you're not gonna get very many leads. But as that budget goes up, you're gonna get more and more leads. But eventually it kind of flattens out. So no matter how much more you spend, that graph stays relatively flat. So if you're spending $1 million a month on just one ad campaign, what the fuck is Facebook gonna do with all that? Like they're gonna have a very hard time doing anything with that. And so what I'm getting at is when you're doing this, like you find that diminishing point of return, and then you create a new ad set or you create a new campaign type, whether it's retargeting, whether it's awareness, whatever it is. And so when you're spending more money to get the most out of that ad spend, you've got to be pretty tactical with how you're spending it. And so this 10 to 20% really covers the complexity of that. So, you know, if you're spending $100,000 a month, you're gonna be spending 20,000 of that dollars as the management fee, because it is a pretty complex thing to figure out how to spend $100,000 a month effectively. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, the second thing that you're gonna be paying is a retainer. And I made a video talking about the retainer model and the benefits of that and just why that's better. Your agency that's running your ads is your partner. So their goal is to make you more money so that you keep them on staff, right? And that monthly goes into kind of, my opinion, the above and beyond that they're expected to do to keep your stuff performing. It's not always perfect. And if they're doing it the right way, they're gonna notice like, oh wow, this ad is tanking. Like this ad used to be doing good, it's not doing good anymore. We need to change that, right? They should be observing these things and keeping track of it, because it's not just like, okay, hit the button, turn the ads on and go. They're gonna slowly get ad fatigue. They're gonna stop being as effective, and you're gonna have to mix things up. You're gonna have to change the copy, change the creative, change the placements. You're gonna have to do all that. And that retainer covers that. And if they don't charge a setup fee, that retainer covers that setup fee. Now this is such a wide range, and it depends on what all is included in it. But I've seen people charge as little as $1,000 a month. Like, this is pretty typical. We'll run your ads for only $1,000 a month. I mean, shit, you'd probably find it for 500, and they'll create like basic graphic ads and stuff like that. And it's like one ad, low budget, low ad spend, things like that. They're just managing it. And oh, I wasn't even doing top down. 1,500, okay? But it can go all the way up to like 10 grand a month, you know? Because this again goes into what all is happening with the ads. How many campaigns are we doing? How much creative are we doing? Are we helping with the creative and things like that? And then you're also gonna expect a setup fee. This is gonna be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. And this includes setting up the ad campaigns, linking your ad accounts if you need to do that, making sure Facebook and Instagram's linked, creating the business portfolio, setting up the business portfolio, all of those things, and getting everything ready to go. And that's gonna be your typical setup fee. So, moral of the story, ads are relatively expensive. Like, it's not cheap to run ads. The cool thing for you, not so cool for me, is that Facebook is actively trying to cut agencies out. Because if we look at this breakdown here of like how much you're spending on ads. So let's say you're gonna spend $10,000 a month on ads. And if your agency is doing 15%, Facebook's only going to get $8,500. Okay, because your agency took out $1,500. All right, but then you're also paying them, let's say $2,000 a month, and another $2,000 for the setup. That's like up to $10,000, actually $12,000 a month that Facebook would be getting if the agency wasn't involved, okay? Because of that, if the agency wasn't involved, you would be spending more money with Facebook. And guess what Facebook wants? Facebook wants you to spend more money with them. And so what Facebook is actively doing, and I think this is wonderful. I mean, it's a little bit scary, but I think it's awesome for business owners, is Facebook's actively trying to cut out the agency and make ad managers so freaking simple that you can literally just turn on your Facebook ad and get results. That's how simple they want to do it. And even now, you go in and mess with it, you put a picture, it's gonna create like 20 AI generated variations of that picture. We have a flyer of like 4 of us who are speaking at a conference, and when I uploaded that as an ad, it split it and it like recreated the 4 different people and had us all sitting around a freaking coffee table. I'm like, what the hell? The goal is to make it super simple so anyone can run ads and get results. Right now, the agency's kind of the middleman because it's a little bit complicated, but it's gotten so much easier. You used to have to go back and like be hyper specific on demographics. Like, okay, well, we want this ad to target people who make over $128,000 a year. They have dogs, they have kids, and they go to Pilates. Like, you would go in and do like super advanced targeting to reach your target audience. And now it is so good. You literally just put the ad up, you pick where you want to target, and it's going to find the right people. Like, if you let it test long enough, it's insane. So it's getting there. And the good news about that is this video is going to be slightly irrelevant because everyone's going to be running their own Facebook ads. Bad news is agencies won't be making money from that on the Facebook ads. So it's, you know, something like that. But anyway, hope this was helpful. Gives you some idea of pricing on how much Facebook ads should cost, how much it should cost to run ads from your agency, just to make sure you're not getting ripped off. We create and run ads for businesses here in Phoenix. So if you need help with that, click the button below. We can hop on a discovery call, see if it's a good fit. Yeah, and there's a lot of free videos here on this channel that'll teach you a lot of cool stuff. So make sure you check those out.